Hey guys, how are you? I cannot believe we're already nearing October. Time flies so fast for me, and I know that it's only gonna become faster as I age. So, yeah, we're in for a really quick ride here on Earth because, wow, the years just fly by and the days fly by, and perhaps there's something I could do to change that, but maybe nothing's broken. Time flies when you're having fun. But personally, I think I'm not present enough. Yeah. I think I spent a lot of time on my phone, like hours every day, just because I don't know what else to do. I think this next part of my journey, I can lean into more discipline. I think that would be really beneficial for me, just so I feel like I'm living a full life and I'm not passing the time just to get to the finish line. There's a part of me that's a little depressed, 100% right now. I think that's why I'm spending so much time on my phone. And that's a harsh word. Depressed is a harsh word. I might not be depressed. I might just be sad. And I want to distinguish that because I know that it's unfair to, use such harsh language when it's not necessarily true. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit sad right now, underwhelmed, disappointed, lonely. Yeah, I know for a fact in my own life that discipline has always helped with those types of feelings. It's like when your brain just doesn't have anything, like when you have nothing to apply yourself, how do I phrase it? When you have nothing to do, you're open and susceptible to distractions and things that really don't mean anything to you. Like doom scrolling, like sitting for hours on your phone. And in the past, for me, one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me really recently, that was a confusing sentence. I can't speak today. A cool thing that happened to me recently in my life was that through discipline, I was able to get really healthy and just transform my life. I woke up one day, and for years before that point, I was dealing with a binge eating disorder, and I was dealing with like insomnia and night eating. And, a lot of people like to trivialize it, especially in my family, but it was really a terrible thing to deal with because I felt like I had no control over my body, over my impulses, I just felt like I had no control. And I had also like physical symptoms that kind of went along with that. But I just woke up one day, and I can't say I did this myself because I really felt like I had divine intervention happen in this situation. But I was like, okay, today's the day I'm starting a food journal. And through the discipline of keeping a food journal and exercising daily, I was able to realize that I was binge eating and lose a lot of weight that made me just feel heavy and lethargic all the time. And I just transformed my life, and I stepped into a more abundant phase in my life. A lot of things kind of manifested for me, and I just became a bit happier and less sad. So all that to say, yeah, I know the benefits of discipline. I know the benefit of not letting your mind wander constantly, and just healthy habits are key because it's a hack, like whatever you're doing with your body, whatever you're doing with your mind, just being structured, being disciplined, it kind of flows into your emotional state. And that's nothing new, and I'm just talking, but yeah. Yeah, there's so much I want to do and I don't do because I feel tired, I feel uninspired, and I'm just waiting for the feeling to hit me, the feeling of wanting to do something to hit me. And I feel like in my previous example, that kind of happened where I just felt completely lost. And one day I woke up and it was like, okay, I'm ready to do this now. But perhaps I shouldn't be chasing that intervention, that divine help. I think I can also take control. Let me know if this is making sense, but I can also take control and do things myself. Like I know that I want to read more. Maybe I shouldn't wait till I feel like it. Maybe I should put that into my schedule, discipline myself a little bit. I know that I want to start writing more. Maybe I shouldn't wait for inspiration to hit me. Maybe I should sit down and say for 5 minutes, today I'm going to write and see where that takes me. I know that I want to play more guitar, but I shouldn't wait for inspiration to hit me. And this kind of thing goes on with so many different things. And so many different things just don't get done. And they're left, neglected. And that it's kind of eating away at me. It's really making me feel, firstly, underwhelmed in my life, but secondly, just like I'm an uninteresting, dull, unmotivated person. I feel like less of a person because I do spend so much time not doing the things that actually interest me and just throwing away my time. I mean, I'm gonna do what I can. I know that I have certain things in place to help me kind of kickstart this energy. Like I do pray to my spirit guides and my guardian angels and the archangels, and I just ask them for guidance and for help. It's similar to like praying. It's like just praying. So that usually helps me. So yeah, I just need to ask for help. And that's been such a theme lately in my life that has resurfaced. It's been in my shadow for a long time. This avoidance of asking for help. And I've been going through some kind of personal problems, and I realized how deeply embedded this was in my shadow of just being afraid to ask for assistance, for aid. So, I'm glad that I always have like my spiritual team that I feel comfortable asking for help. It doesn't, because I know that they'll never judge me. Like, here on earth, like I have this feeling like when I ask for help, like people just feel burdened by my asking for help. Not everyone, but like certain people. But that's something I have to kind of dispel because it's not true. It's not true. It's not the objective truth. It's just my own experience kind of playing out. So I'm really glad that I just have my own little habit, right? Or my own little way to ask for help that feels safe while I learn how to, ask people in this physical realm for help, because that's equally as important or even more important. So yeah, I'm working through that. There's so much to do, and I started off the video saying how quickly everything is going. So yeah, there's so little time as well. And I hate this, but I just got this thought in my head that, there's no rush as well. And I feel like in this world, we're constantly rushing because we feel like we have a timer set for us, and that kind of inhibits us or prohibits us from doing what we want and doing what we desire. because we feel like we just, but I don't know. I do feel like I have like a timer, like to achieve my dreams. And that kind of sucks because it makes me want to shortcut things. It makes me want instant success, instant kind of gratification, which is possible, but in the end, not good for like longevity's sake. Like for me to, sorry if I say like a lot, I don't know how to speak, but for example, if I learn how to play the guitar well and I really train my voice, I take the time to hone my craft, then it'll be so much more gratifying to achieve something with that. If I get success overnight with a shortcut, I feel as though I'd be more susceptible to feeling like an imposter, feeling like I don't deserve the success that I have. And I feel like that happens to a lot of people. And I'm just realizing now that it could happen to me. So it's weird. It's weird for me. As I said, I want things to happen quickly. Then at the same time, I want things to happen super slow so that I can savor everything and so that things like this feeling of accomplishment will last and mean something to me. But yeah, I feel like I'm on a timer. There's a part of me that feels like in the industry that I want to be in, the way I even hate saying this, it's like the way you look matters. And I'm a girl, I'm 22 right now, turning 23 in a few weeks, but I don't know, like I'm gonna age, I'm not gonna look as beautiful. And I know this is like kind of vain and that's why I don't want to talk about it, but I'm talking about it because it's something that plays in my head sometimes of like, I'm on a clock. But that's not like the biggest thing that I think about. I definitely used to think about it way more. But when I was like younger, like 17, when I was 17, it was so weird. I thought I was super old. I thought everything was closed off to me because I was too old. It was such a weird time. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna be beautiful forever. And I just have that play in my head sometimes, which is pretty sad. Because it's not something I want to feel. Because I know deep down it's not the truth. You know, your physical looks aren't everything, but sometimes it feels like it is in an industry that, you know, is the way it is. But whatever, it's not like the biggest thing. Just wanted to share that because I'm open on here. But for a long time I wanted love too, but there's something within me that doesn't want it to happen. I think that's why it hasn't happened. I don't want to fall in love because I feel as though it would derail my real ambition, which is to make something of myself, to contribute something to this world, to connect with people on a level that I've connected with certain artists before. And it feels conflicting for me because I don't know if that's even truly what I want, or if that's just egoic, you know, if that's just something that I want to make myself feel love from others. And it's kind of twisted because the one thing I want is love, and I could have love, but I search for love in a way that I potentially might never have. But I think it also comes down to the way I grew up, in my household, in my environment. I want to be an independent, strong woman. I don't want to rely on anybody else for my security, I just don't want to be dependent. So I really think it's important to have a career, to have something you're passionate about, to have your own life before committing yourself to someone and sharing your life. Because I feel as though without an aim, without a separate sort of mission, you'll become, I heard estranged from yourself, but what I wanted to say was you'll become so enmeshed in another person's life that you completely forget about who you are. I don't want that. I don't want that. I value my life. I value the person that I am. I don't value forgetting yourself just to feel like you're taken care of. But who knows? It's so complicated, all of this. But maybe not. I'm not a philosopher. All I ever wanted was love. All I ever wanted was love. But I don't know, it's weird. I also want to mention that lately everything's been feeling super dystopian to me. I had a dream the other night. I don't have to get into the details, but when I woke up, I looked at my phone and I realized that I just have this device that records all of my data. You know, social media apps, they track everything, and there's probably other ways that I'm being monitored in a way. And it's just been like, it's been weighing so heavily on me that I don't know the type of world I live in, because I know that I enjoy my life and there are so many beautiful things and I'm grateful for everything. Then on the other hand, there's so much just weird, dystopian stuff that's going on. And I don't know exactly how to feel about that. I don't, it's like, am I supposed to do something? Am I supposed to fight what's going on? Or am I just supposed to focus on the positive and intend to live a full life? They say your life kind of becomes what you focus on, and your perspective really is key to everything. So I don't know if I should entertain these thoughts of, wow, we're living in such a strange, almost stifling time where everything is being processed and recorded and whatever through. Or am I just supposed to completely, I don't know. I haven't figured out how those two things are supposed to exist. And I know they can exist simultaneously, and they are existing simultaneously, but I'm unsure of, like, I don't even know how to articulate what I'm feeling. I haven't processed this fully, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. How do you live in a world like this? I might have to go read some Orwell. Get educated or something. Read some philosophy. Or I don't know, like what am I supposed to do? Can anyone give me some advice? Does anyone else feel the same? Am I just supposed to enjoy everything and just not care? Or am I supposed to fight the bad guys who I don't know and who might not really exist, because it might just be like conspiracy, but it's not at the same time. It's like there's like factual evidence of like data harvesting and stuff. I don't know, I'm just a girl. Bye.